Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly
drunk. Always encouraged, but never mandatory. I am your host, Jedi Master Grayson, and I am here as always with my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
It's a great time.
The music got me going.
It's a little less great because we don't have our homie Jeff here
Toby
to
Blanco.
Take us down Comic Book Corner.
There's no Toby Blanco tonight, so there will be no Comic Book Corner tonight, ladies
Get well
and
soon, Toby Blanco.
Sad story.
Yeah, sad story, but he'll be back next week, hopefully, if he's not dead. But we still
Everybody gotta have a sick day.
Yeah, everybody has to have a sick day. That's why we give out sick hours. We have really generous benefits here at the Drunk Banthas channel.
Generous benefits.
But we still have a great show for you guys tonight. We are talking Severance. We are talking Invincible. And as always, we're talking shit. And next week, we are going to be talking about the
grimy, sexy leather.
Grimy, sexy leather, for sure.
The new Drunk Banthas album coming soon to you.
Grimy, sexy leather. Yeah, we had the Beats do our soundtrack. What's up, Coin? Missed you too. Or Kane, sorry.
Yeah. This is wild, boy. Kane, what up now? What up? Talking about what's good, man. Thanks for joining us. Tonight. You came on a good night. Great episode of Severance and a great episode of Invincible to be talking about tonight.
Indeed. And next week we're going to be talking about Daredevil, which will be really fun. The new Daredevil Born Again series that's coming out on Disney Plus. And next Wednesday we'll have our new episode of Does It Hold Up? It'll drop. We're going to be talking about Daredevil 2003 with Blake. It was a super fun conversation. So
yeah, man, super fun conversation.
Wait,
but Alex,
what's that?
We might not have Toby Blanco, but when we have nights like this, we gotta blacken it up because without Toby Blanco, we gotta make it a little bit more black.
Right. Black History Month is over, but still.
Black History Month is over, but we never stop celebrating blackness.
That is
which
true.
Is why we're sad Jeff is not here today.
But yeah, we got a philosopher of the barbershop variety up in the building. What is up? 9 of 9 Nerd Yards. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's going on? My outies, my innies, my outies, whatever you want to go by.
Shout out to Laura. She said, finally, I just saw the episode and I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I need all the insights.
Oh man, I feel you, Laura. I just watched it too, and I'm also feeling very uncomfortable.
I gotta make sure I upload this episode to podcast.
Oh yeah. This is a crazy episode of Severance. I guess we can kind of get right into it since we're not going down Jeff's Comic Book Corner. But I guess before we do that, we just want to do a little house cleaning. Just want to remind you guys that every Thursday, Bill here, your favorite cousin's favorite cousin, is hosting the Bantha Bunch.
Oh, jeez.
You guys have had a pretty
something else.
It's like, do I have something else to do?
I was like, God damn it! I got a show on Thursdays.
What are you guys talking? You guys have been talking about the same topic pretty consistently the past few weeks.
Yeah, man. That means the bit is probably dead.
At least for
where I don't know what I'm talking about from time to time, week to week. At least for another 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
I don't know. Common side effects is
we're talking about and watching common side effects on the Bantha Bunch show. You can watch it on Nerds at Night and Drunk Banthas channel and on Twitter, Nerds at Night, every Thursday at 8:15 Pacific time. You know what? It used to be a members only show, but shit just took off, bro. Shit took off, bro. Had to get that shit to the live people, bro. But shout out to all the subscribers out there, all the new ones, and all the re-uppers. We got a lot of new re-uppers, so shout out to that. And we are working on something members only members. Okay, like live, a live that's only members. Maybe I'll just start going live after I watch Severance or some shit. Or, you know, whatever we watch right after, I'll just go live. And be like, that shit was crazy. See y'all later. Peace. But yeah, so come on over and check out Common Side Effects with us. It's a great show. My nigga Marshall is out here killing it. Y'all love it. Trust me. If you don't know nothing about Common Side Effects, go check it out. It's on HBO Max and or Adult Swim. So,
yeah. My nigga Marshall.
Get with it or get flown over.
That says my nigga Marshall.
My nigga Marshall.
You know, it's a great show. It's pretty fantastic. I'm not caught up on the episodes, which means I'm not caught up on the Bantha bunch yet. But yeah, it's always. We
also have a stalker, but
yeah,
try not to give him much love right now. But we got a stalker. But the thing is, like, this motherfucker would have to be watching like the very end, or very like meat of the potatoes type part of the show.
Yeah.
So shout out to them, whoever is stalking us, watching all the way through to the ends and shit. Yeah. I appreciate it.
You can't be a stalker without being dedicated. Film Age, what's up?
Yeah, Film Age said, "What up, y'all? What up, y'all?"
Good to have you.
I wonder
here.
if people are saying it the way I'm saying it.
I think everybody has their own.
Yo, if I'm saying, when I say "What up, y'all? What up, now?" I want y'all to say it back to me the same way. I can't hear you, but I can feel it.
If you all say it loud enough at the same time, I think we could all hear it.
Kane said, "Common Side Effects looks gnarly." It is gnarly, brah.
It's pretty rad. Not gonna lie. Crazy animation.
Yeah, the animation's crazy. Also, the whole concept is crazy, but beautiful at the same time. Very well done television. So thus far,
yeah, it's very
thus far. How do I feel about this episode? Come on and check it out on Thursday.
You have to tune in and find out. Also want to just
around and find out on Thursday.
Also want to implore you guys to consider perusing through our merchandise store, where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff with our stupid name on it.
Stuff we can't show you because our internet be fucking up sometimes. Actually, I think I figured out that issue. Oh, but it's still never mind.
Yeah, usually sometimes you're wearing some some Drunk Banthas merch right now.
Shit!
Fancy
somebody at
Drunk Banthas hoodie.
The girl at the weed store said that. She was like, "Oh, I like your merch," and I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh shit! I am wearing like all Drunk Banthas shit too."
Yeah,
y'all should see my Drunk Banthas shorts I got on.
Yeah, they're like 80s basketball shorts.
I really didn't. I don't have on any, but dude, I was so mad when I missed them. They had the men's crop top hoodie with the men's sweat shorts.
Oh
shit,
scandalous. I like it.
Fat.
I'm just sporting my Burger Mart shirt today. In celebration of Invincible. You know, start your day off with a hot BM.
Start your day off with a hot beer.
I've been reading so much. I'm on like 240 now.
Awesome. Okay. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the back end of the show where we will be talking about Invincible. Actually, you're supposed to do the thing.
Title card.
Yeah, exactly. Where we will be talking about
That's right.
That's that shit.
We will be talking about Invincible in just a little bit, but no one else is probably going to be
sad,
in an hour. But let's talk about it for what you said.
Toby Blanco, man.
Yeah, it's a big hole in our hearts not having.
It also Toby makes Blanco me remember I don't have the Butterfly in the Sky song set up. It's sad. So all of it's sad, and I'm sad.
Bringing back a lot of sad memories.
Sad. But
let's bring up a super. Soon, buddy. Let's to get ourselves in a good mood. Let's talk about the super happy, super cheerful, never depressing show.
I hate to admit it, I'm over it. I'm ready. I hate to admit it. Sorry, Toby. I'm over it.
That was a very short morning period.
Hey, I had to get to the shits, man. We got some dope shit going on. Toby knows what time it is. Get to the shit.
There's much to discuss. There's much to discuss for sure. We're talking about Severance season 2, episode 7, Chikai Bardo. Is that how you pronounce that? Chikai.
Chikai Bardo. You know, Dragon Ball Z.
Does that not sound? I was going to say, does that not sound like a Dragon Ball Z character?
Yeah, that is how Vegeta
Bardo!
defeated Majin Buu. I think,
I defeated Bardo with the Chikai wave.
A lot happening in this episode. But before we get into the nitty gritty, I guess we should just do some initial thoughts. 9. What would you?
Oh, I was just thinking out loud, like, depending on what age group you are, if you recognize that Vegeta, like that Vegeta might not sound like everybody's Vegeta.
Yeah, there are 2 Vegetas.
Kakarot.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. That's Vegeta.
My favorite Vegeta is the first one. Yeah,
the one that talks like this.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more. I don't know. He's got a little bit more rasp on him. I like him.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he sounds smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds smaller, but
I feel you
in a Joe Pesci way.
I need that,
but I still feel like he can whip my ass.
But you know what? They grow, so I'll go with it. But anyway.
9. Where I was about to say, where can the people find you? I was like, I'm skipping way to the end.
Wow. Where people find you? Get your ass out of here.
What were your initial thoughts?
Talking about? Nerd, get out.
I do not feel needed here anymore.
What were your initial thoughts on this episode?
Oh man, it was so good. It felt like a bad dream, to be honest. And I really I think I found out that the director of photography, like the main cinematographer, actually directed this episode. So that's why it feels so much like someone cooked. Like it feels like they kicked everybody out and they're like, I'm gonna do my cinematography thing on this episode. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Ben Stiller let her go to work, and it was her first time directing an episode. Forgive us, we don't give out her name. I don't know if she wants that. You know, respect people's privacy. It's not that I don't remember it. It's not that I don't remember it. That is not. Or that I can't pronounce it. And I've tried 6 times earlier today, and I still can't get it right. That's not it either. It is just more so that I want to respect people's privacy, which is why you should sign up with this new VPN called. No, I'm joking. We ain't got no that.
We don't have no fucking sponsors.
But look, you could have put your sponsorship right there, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect ad reads right here. We are for sale.
Yeah,
we are for sale.
You know what? Just to not to blow up the lady spot and put her out in the universe.
Okay, yeah.
I do want to,
but she's got NerdVPN, so she no.
This was directed by Jessica Lee Gagne. Kanye.
No, see, that's what I was saying. That's why you fell for the okie doke. You fell for the banana in the tail. Like, I wasn't about to say that.
Well, it is Women's History Month, so I feel like we need to.
I'm not gonna make no titty jokes this whole year. I mean, month. This whole month. That was not a joke. Just because y'all laugh at it, don't mean it was a joke. Okay.
It's just funny that you have to say it. It's like, all right, well, I guess I should make a concerted effort.
Well, you know what? Wouldn't the world be a better place if people did that during the months of which they should be observed?
That's what's called being thoughtful.
What if a Klan member just decided, look, man, I'm going to be nice to niggas for 1 month. It's the shortest month of the year. I ain't got to put all that work in.
Yeah, it's only 28 days. Shit. Yeah, like I did that. This episode did look phenomenal, and like I didn't know that about this being the DP, but she obviously has a pretty specific vision of how like the show is depicted, and she's just really in her bag on this.
She's the director of photography for the show, so it didn't surprise me that she had a vision. But I will say this: I immediately before I saw anything about it, I knew it was the director of photography that was filming this.
Really?
Because those flashback scenes, those
so good.
dream sequence scenes, the choices that she was making, like the it get dark when it was transitioning, like, okay, they're going through the dark times. They're not separated, but they're not together. Like they have the whole montage of them together. It's like the storybook. It almost looked like pastel paintings,
yeah,
but with film and digital mixed. And yeah, that kind of shit. Like Nine just said, she went.
Get her on. She'll do.
She went and cooked it up. You know what I mean? Cooked that thing up.
Yeah, she was great. And like I guarantee that this
oxtails and some goddamn hog maw and some collard greens.
I'm calling the shot.
Cornbread and fucked that up, boy.
I'm calling the shot right now. I think that this episode gets like wins an Emmy next year. Like this is gonna be the episode that they shop out, like when they're doing their for your consideration shit. And this is the one that's at least getting a nominee for like.
They might create an Oscar category.
And it's her debut directorial.
Yeah, it's her first directorial, and you know, she said she found out that this is what she wants to do for a living by being given the opportunity to do it. She didn't want to be a director. That's she's already doing her passion,
right?
But she just found a new passion through making this episode, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with the reception of the episode. Because if everybody hated this episode, they'd probably be like, "Well, you know, I'm just
I'm just the DV. What are you talking about?
Just doing what I do." You know,
there's a lot of first-time directors directed episodes of TV shows, and like it only makes news if the episode is really, really good.
Or really, really bad.
He's like, what the fuck were they thinking?
It happened. So shout out to her. I wasn't gonna give out her information like that, but shout out to her. Alex hates women, so it's the worst month ever. He hates women. Hey. That's why he knows what month it is. Women's Appreciation Month. Fifth Bantha said, "What up, fam? I can't stay long. Wanted to say hi." Hey man,
white that's people why getting together behind our backs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my birthday coming up soon, this Wednesday. So maybe they're all planning me a birthday party. Sorry, we just watched King of the Hill.
You're innie or you're outie.
Maybe they're planning us a birthday party.
Yeah, did they establish that innies get birthday parties? Did that happen?
No.
No.
They don't get birthdays, and they don't really know days. They know quarters.
Yeah, I know Miss Wong wouldn't have that shit. She's like, birthdays gonna make people feel like people.
Yeah, Miss Wong ain't having that. Miss Wong, do you think Miss Wong? Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, we will be having the Bantha Bunch birthday party going down. I'm gonna do some common side effects, mushrooms, sit here, do my show. Be a good time.
Yeah, just come back to life over and over on live. Let's get into the nitty gritty of this episode. In flashbacks, Mark and Gemma meet at a blood drive. The two go on to have a loving marriage, which is eventually marred by the difficulties conceiving a child. After a miscarriage, Gemma and Mark visit a fertility clinic run by Lumen. So like this is sort of setting up all of the sort of backstory with Gemma and her relationship with Mark and how they met, but also just like the eerie connection that she has with Lumen. And because, there's always been all these questions about like, who is Miss Casey? Why is she so important to Lumen? And why is Mark so important to Lumen? This sort of starts to uncover some of those questions in the most emotionally gripping way. What did you guys think of just like the way that they were setting up this relationship between, or like showing you the development of the relationship between Mark and Gemma? Nine.
I thought it was awesome. Just because when they actually do get down to it, and he opens up with that question, "Who are you?" And that's like one of the main themes of Severance.
Yeah.
The you are, who are you is like the
First
first
question is asked. Yeah.
yeah, the first dialogue. No,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
just thought about that. But yeah, it's pretty intense. That Lumen is so entrenched into like everything. Like they're taking the blood. They're doing
Yeah.
these little meet cutes. They're sending out surveys to anybody that they think is interesting.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
They own the fertility clinic.
yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like if Google owned a small town and they were also like run by the devil.
Sure, Google does, but
Oh yeah, I think they do. Like they whatever like the main Google campus is just its own little city.
Right.
Yeah, what did you think about like the relationship between Mark and Jim? And like, what do you think of this actress? Because I forgot her name. She was first time I saw her was in Dollhouse, a TV show where her character is kind of similarly being manipulated neurologically.
You got some. There you go.
Yeah, there it is. But what did you think of the relationship between these two and the performance from what's her name?
They were.
Look up right now.
I mean, they got great chemistry. I think she makes it easy to have great chemistry with. Look at her; she's fucking amazing. This is amazing. Like, the weird doctor dude was like, she's not hard. She's hard not to like.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be having real good chemistry with her. Like, it wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be hard to be like, oh. This girl is walking up on me and she's fine as hell.
She's very unique looking.
Dickon Lockman.
Her name is
what?
Dickon
Lockman. That's her name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but
let me see that. Dychin Lockman, maybe.
Yeah, she's gotten a lot better at her American accent. Like she's I don't know. Like it's cool seeing how much she's grown as an actress in this. But because like everything, her performance was really, really natural and really fucking.
That was a lot of Dushku show, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Joss Whedon.
That was a good show.
It had some really good moments. It had like 9 solid episodes over 2 seasons.
I don't know.
Or 9 like really good episodes.
No. But look at this hair. This lady had some hair styles this episode.
Yeah,
okay?
She was serving some styles.
They were serving them up. Great wigs. Probably the best wig jobs I've ever seen.
Look at her Instagram
In a while.
It's a
her smile.
Those smiles.
So that leads us into some theories, okay? I know you haven't really broke down the episode yet, but
yeah, I'm still digesting it right now, honestly.
The theories, man, like if you bring back up those teeth, see, like we've seen previously, like the smiles of all these like other people, like when they took them to what was it called? When they sent them to
the imports floor or whatever, exports floor.
No. When Irving in season 1 wanted to take everybody to see the statues of King.
Oh yeah.
Room,
and they went through that room where all the teeth were on the all the smiles and teeth were on the wall in the video picture.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Video pictures sounds like I'm retarded, but to be honest with you,
pictures.
That's what they were. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, they were video pictures. They were pictures, but they were videos. Shut up. But they just show her teeth right here, right? And they showed her teeth in like her teeth were being worked on in this episode. They made sure that was a big part of not only the episode but the last 3 episodes, I believe, right? Or at least the last 2, because we had the dude come get the equipment, to the teeth cleaning equipment, the dental equipment in the last episode to then take down to the testing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I just believe that we've got a lot going on with the teeth. Maybe that's a sign of what they consider to be perfect,
Mhm.
and it is the final level of being completely severed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? What if you could be severed in different walks of life when you're experiencing anxiety, you get severed.
Mhm.
When
Right.
anxiety goes away, you're unsevered.
Yeah, they're definitely experimenting like with just like your experiences between like innie and outie and how much one can feel the other. And yeah,
Got a
it's like
theory.
teeth and goats are two things that they've told us that are important, but we still don't know what the fuck.
And
it's
I got
about.
a theory. It just hit me right now, Alex. I swear to fucking God. All right, check it out. What's the light skinned mommy's name? Little red bone.
Forgotten? Forgotten?
Yeah, what is
Oh
her
no,
name?
not her. The Lumen girl.
The Lumen actress who's like, yeah, she's
Natalie?
Natalie. Yes.
Natalie is one
Played by
of the
Sydney
teeth.
Cole Alexander.
She's one of the teeth people.
She got some teeth.
She's always showing her teeth like hard. And I'm going out on a limb and saying that she is one of the teeth people. She's been on the tested floor before, but for some reason isn't as important as Gemma and Adam Scott. I mean, Mark Scott.
Yeah. Adam Scout. Yeah, like I'm still very interested to see what is so important about Gemma to this, like so whatever breakthrough they're trying to get towards. Lil Frothy says, "Hey, party people,
party people."
Yo.
And
Party
Bantha
people.
said, we're talking about imagine a company owned by a small town. There is a country that isn't a real country in Europe that is all owned by one corpse," says the fifth Bantha in the chat. So that sounds horrifying. I would not want to live there.
It sounds boring, is all.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be just like this. I feel like the guy
Like
who
our
wrote
show?
this show. I feel like whoever wrote Severance escaped from that town and decided to write this.
Carry on, kid.
After the miscarriage, Gemma and Mark visit a fertility clinic run by Lumen. In the present, Gemma lives on the testing floor at Lumen, where every day she visits multiple rooms which share the names of the MDR files that correspond to an uncomfortable situation experienced by a separate entity overseen by Dr. Maurer, the creepy little fuck. Nine, what did you think about just like first of all these scenes? How did you feel about them? But also, what do you think the correspondence means between the names of the rooms and the MDR files?
I have no idea. I feel so sorry for you who said it. Yeah, Laura, because I watched this episode twice now, and I'm still feeling like it's just a bad dream. Like it is so trippy. It answers well. Okay, so the one thing we do know is that the Cold Harbor room is like the ultimate thing that they need to get accomplished.
It's the Bowser.
But did you say what the significance between the names?
Yeah, the names of the MDR files and like the rooms and like the bad feelings numbers.
Well, we only know that they were using those. Those names are the names of the files that they've been working on in MDR. What they've been refining is still really unknown. Because even if you say, well, they're refining the tempers of Kier, I still don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like, people keep saying that shit like it's Sorry, Alex, I unplugged you. Hold on a second.
My ears.
But this is the time for you to talk shit about him, Nine, if you want to.
I can't hear a thing.
We already got it out.
But yeah, I don't know what the fuck a lot of this shit means in general. But like Nine was saying, we got a few answers to questions, but that's what this, like I told you before at the beginning of this season, when we started covering this season, That's what this show is all about. That's the beauty in the show, and that's what makes the show amazing. It's like we don't know. We're watching a show very intently, like at bated breath, and that we have no idea what it's about.
Yeah.
We're watching a show for 2 seasons now. We have no fucking clue what's going on, but we're just like, hey, fuck, I'm here for it. Goddamn it. Every goddamn week, I'm here for it. So I think it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful way of keeping it going, because like they could answer all these questions and wrap all this shit up, and we'd still be happy with the show. Like,
right.
We don't know no better, right? Like,
yeah, this is the Twin Peaks of our generation.
They keep saying it's the loss of our generation, this generation, and I'm like, I don't think so, y'all. I think y'all have like this nostalgic revisionist history of like how good Lost was.
Oh no, I like Lost.
With Lost, and
I'm just talking about how people get lost in the how people get caught up in the idea previously of what it was, and like they put it on this pedestal of like best show ever. And I just think that that's a huge exaggeration and a lot of nostalgia that comes into that. It's like me saying the Pound Puppies was the best cartoon growing up.
Yeah,
some of y'all don't even know what that is. That's what I'm saying.
Pound Puppies was amazing. Yeah,
Pound Puppies was amazing.
Yeah, like I did really like the way that this was all shot, and just like the creepy nature. The just I love this retro futuristic technology where everything feels like we're in a
Scientology like.
Yeah, Scientology. It's like a Scientology movie directed by Stanley Kubrick. It's very strange. I actually just want to play one clip. Like, honestly, I feel like this is gonna win her the Emmy next year.
Liz, thank you. Oh, our nips just touched. Mine are so hard.
Mine are different sizes.
Yeah, so like that was like one of the most like compelling moments.
This rock has your name on it, man.
Well, I know, like it's kind of hard to watch because like it's really tragic, like the whole situation with Mark and the baby and Gemma. Like it's a lot, but I felt like it was very it was very relevant. Laura said this ep has Dharma vibes.
Yeah.
What's Dharma?
From Lost.
Oh yeah,
she rewatches Lost every couple of years.
I never saw Lost. That was like a weird blind spot for me.
I stopped watching when they killed.
That was for you. That was for you, Fifth Bantha.
I stopped watching Lost when they killed off Michelle Rodriguez because they're racist
for reasons.
And this, I'm not usually
DUIs.
into mystery box
DUIs and no driver's license, which is kind of crazy because you're driving. You're not. That's not reason to fire somebody.
It's weird because I don't usually get into mystery box shows like this, but like Lost, Twin Peaks, those shows that are like so weird but have this huge cult following. Never really fell into those kind of shows, but I don't know. Something about the story here is a little bit more intriguing to me. Like, are you usually fall into like? Are you a big Twin Peaks or Lost fan? Or?
Fuck Twin Peaks.
I'm a pretty good Lost fan. What's the one? I'm watching this Korean show called Hellbound.
Hellbound.
Yeah, and it is really interesting. It's a mystery box show. But yeah, I did
mystery box.
I like a good mystery. I like a theory time.
Yeah, like there's I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't usually like trying to predict try to figure out where the show is going and have the theories be the main drive of the show. But something about this is a little different where I'm not even trying to theorize.
It's not your job to theorize on this show. My job.
And
I theorize on this show.
Of course, cinematography, just the vibe of the whole show is just amazing. So
yeah, and you know, the only reason Penny, come sit. The only reason we theorize as much as we have in this season or this series is because they don't tell us nothing. We don't know nothing. We have no choice but to do theories. Look at this creepy. This nigga look like Arnold Schwarzenegger got cancer.
Oh no!
Look at him.
Yeah, he looks like post pancreatic cancer. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How did they know this motherfucker could look like anybody?
Oh my god!
Because he's like 6 different dudes in this episode.
Dude,
he's the one on the thumbnail that we have here, like with the ugly ass Christmas sweater. You got the who?
I got confused watching this episode. I was like, are these different people?
Right. You said
there are a couple times where I was like,
twice.
oh shit, that's the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When did you realize it was the same guy?
There's only
what scene do you think it was that you realized?
The stupid sweater scene. That was one scene where I didn't know it was him.
Didn't know it was him.
I was like, who is this fucking dude?
Look like the dude, like the Mexican dude from.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, why is the dude from Breaking Bad in this episode? All of a sudden,
like, hold up. Nigga from Better Call Saul is in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Better Call Saul. Yeah, Better Call Saul.
This sounds
the same thing.
Like hell though. I don't get why she needs to be at the dentist for 2 hours every 6 weeks. That's
because, man, I'm trying to tell you, dog. There's something going on.
Teeth look fine.
Because there's something going on with the teeth, man. You know, it's a part of. And look, she got one little crooked, so he ain't doing a good job, really. What's what it comes to. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry, Dai-Chen. I'm gonna say Dai-Chen.
It sounds right. It feels
you
good.
Said
I said Deccan or something.
I'm gonna say it's. I'm gonna go with ch instead of the K.
If you're watching, we love your work, and please let us know how you pronounce your name.
We know from last week that definitely people who watch the show are watching. Like, there was way too much information being dropped up in this bitch last week. I was like, yo, son. And they never said that they weren't from the show, remember?
That's true. It could be a staff writer in disguise.
It was Ben Stiller. I asked.
Kangton said in the chat, wave by Yoda Gilberto plays at the end of episode 4, and it seems to set a vibe for Mark and Gemma's relationship with you pay attention to the lyrics. If you pay attention to the lyrics. I'm not familiar with that song.
I think we are the best. I think we are the best readers of shit that is not that is accidentally spelled incorrectly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The autocorrect didn't get. I think we're the best at it. Put it in the comments. Are we the best at it? I believe they will reunite, says Kane.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely seeing that there's going to be a what you call it? Yeah, reunification.
And it will feel
seems like
so
the wrong
good.
word for that. But
reunification does sound wild.
Reunion, yeah, that's better.
Reunification sounds like some kind of political process that is very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it seems like there's definitely
no more
paperwork.
big words, Mr.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in the mirror like fucking milkshake. But yeah, 9. Do you feel like we're gonna get like maybe the finale of the season? We're gonna see Gemma and Mark meet each other again.
I think we're going to get it damn near at the end of like the next episode.
Oh, you think so?
At the end of the next episode, we're going to be like right there.
This episode, I mean, this season has been moving pretty fast story wise. Like we got the.
We're moving past plot beats pretty quickly.
We never getting answers to any of this shit.
It does get hard to talk about this show because of the reasons that you mentioned. Is that there are so many things that are answered. Like, where is Gemma? Like, what does it look like where she's at? What type of torture, whatever. So like all that's answered, but then all of these other branches go off, and you're like, I can really only keep one like sphere in my mind of like theories, because if you let your mind just like go all over the place, then you're going to be, reading Reddit comments all night, trying to figure out what's going on. But
luckily, I got kicked off of Reddit, or we did. You didn't do anything, but you can't get on there either.
Yeah.
I fucked both our credit up.
I go to the bar. It's like, no,
on-
you can't come back here. Your brother fucked shit up here last year.
I fucked both our credit up. Bill collector's looking for both of us.
That's crazy. Man. Still don't know what she did, but whatever.
I don't either. I posted in somebody's chat, like in somebody's thread, right? And then they like said it was spamming.
Oh yeah.
And then like a bunch. So what happened is I had a bunch of fucking haters like spam report me. And I got banned off of Reddit, but that's fine with me. You guys can suck my dick anyway.
Usually people that's surprising because people are on the internet are usually so nice.
Reddit's made for people with autism and ADHD.
Meanwhile, as Mark lies unconscious, Ragabi confirms to Devin that Gemma is alive and tells her Mark is voluntarily reintegrating. Ragabi leaves when Devin suggests calling Cobell for help. And yeah, she's kind of just left there on her own to tend to Mark. I thought it was pretty funny.
That was her fault.
Just like the suggestion that she was going to call Cobell. She's like, all right, I'm getting out of here. I'm not waiting to see if you're going to press that button.
The last Lumen employee she saw, she smashed his head in like you should smash the like button.
Yeah, right. Dude. Yeah, she does not play around.
You like that one?
Literally,
like that one.
I don't know if I liked it. Anyway, I really hated Devin this episode. I really hated Devin's like, why would you try to call Miss Cobell?
She proved she was really caring.
Questions.
She's because she don't believe the doctor because she's black. I would say it.
It was a little coded.
It was. I felt like it was, and I felt like that's why Rodolphe left. She was like, "You know what, bitch? I tried to fucking tell you. I told you twice. Now you gonna still call her? All right, bitch. Let me just tell you something.
This episode came out on the cusp of Black History Month and Women's History Month, and she was like, "I will not stand for this. I am too important at this moment. I'm walking out."
But also, it seems like she's part of a. It seems like she's part of a bigger plot line, right? Like she said, I've worked too hard,
right? Yeah,
fighting them to give up. That's what she tells Devin, like, and maybe Devin, is putting forcing a line to be drawn for her because she seems like she's like worried about. She seems like she's not really worried about Mark in this situation, and more so concerned about the overall plot. Like, I need him because he's so important to Lumen, and if we end this path, then we have to try to find a whole nother route to go about.
Yeah,
and they already just lost Irving if he's one of the, or possibly lost Irving if he was one of their spies on the inside. So things are kind of going backwards for the rebels, if you will.
Yeah.
But maybe this season is Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Maybe this season is the good guys getting their ass kicked, getting the bad guys getting more what they want while we get more reveals, like Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father. Or maybe this season, then the comparison will be Mark Scout and Helena having a baby or being pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Something. I'm on my shit now. I ain't need to hit the button for that one. I'm on some shit with that one. I think so.
I did want to. No, I agree because there has been like some losses for sure this season. And yeah, who the hell even knows where Miss Cobell is? We haven't seen her in.
It's interesting because she's at the end of the credit, like the intro title scene, and like she's the one looking over everything. You notice that? Like her head is like a TV and she's looking at everything. And so somehow she's probably, I believe we're going to get her in this next episode.
Yeah, we definitely haven't seen the last of her because I do feel like, that imagery is very telling. It could have been anybody. It could have been Milchick, who's like sitting there looking over everybody, but they chose Cobell specifically, and she is like very obviously not as involved in Lumen in this season. So I'm very curious how that's gonna
look like they tried to kill her. Or at least lock her up down there with Gemma.
Right? It's like, ain't nobody gonna ever fucking see you again for sure if you get in that car.
Have you guys heard about the theory of Devin being a villain? Doesn't seem credible to me. No, it doesn't seem credible that Devin would be a villain. I just think it was just a really weird thing for her to like. What trust would she have in Cobell?
Yeah, anyone who's telling you that she is a villain doesn't love you. They don't love you. They want you to go out there. They want you to go out there talking about some Devin is the villain, so you'll look crazy. They want you to look crazy. Don't be friends with them.
Yeah, this will really get him.
This will get him. I'm tired of Kane. Kane walks around here all big with his chest out. I told him. You know what I told him? You know what I told him? I told him Devin was the villain.
We're assuming your friends are Saturday morning cartoon thugs, from like Static Shock.
From the east side of Queens.
But yeah, it really just didn't make sense with Devin's character.
Yeah, she's like
she's
like the heart. Like she's one of the most empathetic characters on the show and just like grounded ones. So that wouldn't make.
If you guys have any questions, any theories that you think is going on, man, let us know because I'm here to answer them. I'm here to answer them right now. I think I know everything that's going on in this show, but I don't want to spoil nothing, and also I don't want to be wrong. But if you ask me, I can't be wrong. I'm just answering. I'm just answering your theory.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question now, like as I talk about this moment in this episode.
Answers yes.
So later on the testing floor, when Gemma tells Mauer she wants to leave, he lies to her saying Mark has remarried. Gemma then knocks Mauer out and steals his key card. She attempts to escape via the elevator to the severed floor, but reverts to Miss Casey. Milchick redirects her back down to the elevator. And this I don't know, like this scene was just like very chilling to me. It was like one of my favorite scenes in the episode. But like it's one of the questions you kind of posited while we were watching it was like, what time frame is this exactly that we're seeing with this storyline with Gemma? Because she is Miss Casey, so we're assuming this is a time where she's working at the same time Mark is working as on the Severance floor, but it's still a little murky of how much time we've experienced with her on the severed floor. So what do you think? What do you think exactly the time period is?
I think that this time period specifically right here where a boy see right here. See Milchick right here. I don't mean to reach across you, but that's where where he's at. Milchick. He is wearing the leather jacket that he was wearing when he went to everybody's house after the overtime protocol debacle.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that this is the same time. This is all the same day. That day, he was really out of breath, or that night, he was really out of breath, running around trying to fix problems, Cobell problems, Lumen problems.
Yeah.
He probably had some personal problems at least that he had to go to take care of.
Yeah, you would think he at least has to go feed his cat or something.
I was going to say, do you think he has a pet?
He has to have a cat.
This
is a cat guy.
All right. 9, real quick. What kind of pet does he have, or does he have a pet?
Parakeet.
Parakeet. Okay. No, that would also make sense.
Yeah. No. You got to take a real adult to have a parakeet. Like,
yeah.
Tight schedule.
Very specific person.
Very
to
specific.
Say, I need to
clean the shit. Got to clean up shit all the time. Clean up shit. So, yeah, no. Did we watch somebody's parakeet once? Or did they just...
I think Adam's grandma had a parakeet.
Did we watch somebody's bird? I don't know.
Anyway, Nine.
yeah,
What did you think of?
Milchek, I believe, is here at the time period, like right when all of this happens. And maybe that has something to do with why, like, maybe this is to show that their defenses were a little bit down at this exact moment. Like, everything was a little too loosey-goosey downstairs. And, she almost got out. Now, the question is, what do you think when she said, where's?
Yeah.
And who do you think she was, or what do you think? You think she was going to say Mark? Yeah. You think she was going to say Mark?
Possibly. I mean, but Miss Casey, it doesn't seem like she would have that kind of connection with him.
It was like the last person she saw, and she told him that it was the best time that she had was being with him and Hallie.
Yeah,
that time. Now, also though, I think I'm just trying to make this quick. I think that she was talking about where's the elevator go down to.
Possibly. Yeah.
Like, she always has to go down here. She knows this room, this hallway better than she knows anything. Right. So it's like, where does this go to?
Yeah.
Because like you have to wonder, like, as Miss Casey, am I here against my will?
Yeah.
She's never been wearing this when she comes out. She's never been wearing anything like this.
Which is really weird because, like, what he says that she was at a public art exposition.
Let me tell you something.
And she should have just looked down and been like, "I'm wearing this." I'm usually going all of the stops with my outfits when I get right. Why am I going out in public looking like this?
Can you hear me though?
It's like, is this how people dress outside?
Well, no, I thought it was weird because, like, I just feel like this nigga is the coldest motherfucker ever. We not giving he's dope. We not giving him enough credit where credit is due sometimes. Milchek came in there with a whole ass excuse. Quick. Your Audi came down here for an art exhibit. Nigga, it ain't nothing down here. There is nothing that should make you believe that there's an art exhibit downstairs.
Yeah, this is like his MO. Like he's good at. We've seen him tell these very obvious to us lies to all these other elaborate. Like every time he explains why Mark has a bruise, or explaining what happened to the Audi, to the Severance workers' Audis after the overtime protocol contingency thing, whatever they call it. He's just a known liar, and it's interesting seeing him play off of the fact that they have such little knowledge of the outside and just like what their experiences are after they go through that severance experience. It's just like really fucked up seeing how they're able to manipulate these people because they're only thinking with half of their brain or half their consciousness, whatever.
Yeah,
half of something.
It's not. They're thinking with their whole brain. They are using half their consciousness, but it would be leading us to assume, this episode is leading us to assume, I mean, we have to say it's a confirmation that they can have multiple versions of themselves.
Yeah.
Like in this scene here that Nine put up, you have our main character of this episode, Gemma, writing thousands of fucking cards, thank you cards, which is something that she mentioned she doesn't like at the beginning of the episode. Earlier in this episode, like her Audi mentioned that, and they've got her using her left hand, and she is definitely right-handed.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, she's using her left hand, which is why it looks so shitty. You know, like, right. She's tired, but it looks shitty because she's writing with her left hand. She's not left-handed. I noticed it immediately because I was like, oh, she's left-handed. Maybe that's what, but then I remembered she was in the the waiting room and she was using the right hand.
Oh, right. Yeah, when she was filling out the paperwork. I didn't even catch that. And which is just, I guess, like another example of what they're trying to, just like the neurological limits they're trying to test, how separate you can have one consciousness from another. Film Age said in the chat, I'm currently watching the episode now, but this episode feels like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I definitely got those kind of vibes too. What about you? Did you see any visual similarities there? Remember that movie? That crazy movie?
Yeah, I remember that movie. Definitely some influences there. I just feel like it was done more like a musical without music. You know, like a lot of
montage,
a lot of lighting, significant lighting changes like that lead to evoke emotion, not only emotion, but to foreshadow certain things going on down the road. Yeah. It's just like, you know, it's a beautiful thing.
I'm lighting. I feel like this is the first time we've seen Severance under like a yellow sun. You know, like right. Like super wintry, and it was even wintry in the early scenes, but like I've never seen like a glowing like color palette from it. Like an orange sun. It's always very blue. Which is good for like the separation, but even on the outside, it almost becomes more drab for the outies. But like knowing that this is like pre-trauma, get shot. Like pre-trauma. Like I've never seen this type of lighting for the show. So I think it's just like
and it's
Eternal Sunshine.
It's very
come on, just say it.
Well, in the present day, where we see Mark Scout, like all of these events have taken place during the winter, so it's easy to have like that imagery of this like this cold, dank, dark, stark reality, and just like have these flashbacks to where you know, it's springtime and summertime, it's showing that it's, you know, it's very different time than where we're living at, but where we're experiencing Mark in the present day. But also like thematically, like you said, it's just like it makes it just seem much more bright and warm, and it expresses how he's in a happier place during this
you're supposed to hear birds right here, little small birds like tweet 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 tweet,
right, they're living life. And there's actually this shot here. This transition here.
Yeah.
Where that's like typically how it looks for all of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just like really just drab and blue, and I don't know.
Yeah, and you can see how like she like her depression progresses, how like it gets more dark with the
I got a question for y'all.
Everything.
Did Miss Casey have, or did Gemma have an abortion? Miscarriage, or did Lumen give her a miscarriage?
That's the question, right?
Yeah, what do you think, man?
I want to say that I would say that it is. I think she had a miscarriage. But Lumen then started supplying the IVF and all of those other things. That's when it was like their time to. She was chosen right then.
Right. Yeah. They saw it as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is one of the things I thought about,
sense.
or at least like maybe these experimentations were having effect on her pregnancy. But yeah, I don't know. Well, like I think it would make more sense if it was like you said, Nine, that this was just like a tragic happenstance that Lumen decided to take advantage of, rather than them being the cause. But
yeah,
I don't know. How many episodes do we have left?
Well,
is it 2?
2 episodes. What do you think about the? No, 3. Oh no, it's 9 episodes this season.
Last season
Are
was
y'all
not.
sure it's 9 episodes a season? Every
I'm
season
just going by last season, which was 9.
I thought it was 10 last season. Because like every one of their shows has been 10 episodes. So weird if this one was only 9.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let us know in the comments.
I'm looking.
It's 8. That can't be right.
No.
The first one.
Oh, it's 10. It's 10 in this season.
10 in this season.
Yeah, it was 9 the first season, but it's gonna be 10
the
this
first one.
season. But yeah,
that just shows you how much they thought about it. They were not gonna give it 10 episodes last season because they were like,
when we're gonna end it. Yeah, we know when we're ending it.
Well, you know what? Like I'm a big proprietor of, or a big advocate of, like, make the story as long as it needs to be. Mm-hmm. Don't force it into 10 episodes if like it's not going to be as satisfying. And I feel like that first season ended exactly where it needed to. So yeah, give me 9 episodes. Don't force the 10 so we can get.
Give me 9, give me 5, give me that without a
Speaking of filler episodes, I guess we should move on to our next episode. I mean, next topic. But guys,
that's a great question. I don't even know what the question was.
Where you were asking about if just had it.
If Lumen caused the miscarriage or not.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good question.
I'm full of them. Well, it's mostly because I don't understand anything.
I have questions.
I have lots of questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
But I guess we should move on to our next topic of the night. But guys, let us know what you thought of this episode of Severance and what did you thought might happen in the next episode.
Please put it in the comments. Please make sure you like and subscribe and join the membership on NerdsatNite and Drunk Banthas. Come on, 99 cents.
Come on over here and join us, won't you? But we're gonna get into our last topic of the night. We're talking about Amazon Prime's. Yes, it's the last one. We're talking about
Invincible for the listening audience.
That's right. We're talking about Invincible season 3, episode 6. All I can say is I'm sorry. This was a crazy episode.
Tell me how you felt about this episode. Now,
I really enjoyed it. I really loved this story in the comics. It was like one of the more devastating like moments in the comics. Obviously the body count in this episode is nowhere near as large as some of the other events that have happened already.
Is that like a short for Invincible events? Like
events.
Like sorry, I'm working. I'm workshopping it.
But it's obviously not as like not as many people died, but it's like because it's so personal. It really hits home how tragic this is for our main character Mark, but also the villain of the episode. And just kind of like it's kind of like an elevated filler, because like as we've been saying all season, like anything that's not a Viltrumite specific episode feels like filler. But this was still just still a gut punch. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
A punch to the goot.
Punch to the goot.
Well, we do have a resident hater since I gave the resident lover of what do you call it? Invincible. Since I gave him that love, I want to ask you, Nine. What'd you think about this episode since you're a resident hater?
Man, this episode was actually pretty damn good. I cannot stress it enough. I actually started I started reading the comics again after this episode.
Really?
Let me get back into this because what's up with this? I don't know what it was because I don't know. Typically, like this is my biggest complaint. Like I don't want to know about all of these other motherfuckers. Like, I don't care. But they made me care. They really did. And I wish that they handled some of the other plot lines with the nuances that this one had.
Yeah, this was just a really, like, in the comics it's really well done, but I think that they did some cool stuff to just expand on the story a little bit.
You said that you couldn't find a clip you were looking for. You want to tell him which part? Is that?
No, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. But
which part was it?
It was
I'm just curious as which part it was.
It was a bit.
We don't need the
it was
clip.
a bit. Like, so like he's not gonna be able to
I
find
thought it was a clip.
You wanna
no, it wasn't.
Here. I'm gonna do this.
But what
Go
were
ahead.
you saying? Yeah. Finish your thought about the no. Well,
I don't know. I don't remember what we were talking about.
we were talking about the story in relation to the previous in relation to the comic book.
Yeah, it was a really like they just I like how they expanded on it in this a little bit, just like to explore a little bit more about Scott and his family.
I think I'm just about to get to this part in the comic books. So I'm like around issue 40 or whatever. All the stuff with Extreme Levy happened. And yeah, they kind of, I didn't realize like how much they like try to make everything streamlined in the series compared to the comics. And sometimes I think it's for the benefit of the show, and sometimes I think it just doesn't hit the right marks. But this one ended up
marks
being one that
the right marks.
Right marks.
Get it?
Send me some promo. But yeah,
hi, Mark.
All the like, and also like the animation felt pretty good at the beginning, but it did then suffer to a lot of like animation issues near the end, which I thought was crazy. But
yeah,
we can
I mean,
discuss
look,
that.
see, he got out of it. Once the story had been told, he looking at the animation again, like, what the fuck is this shit? This nigga be hating, boy. Let me tell you something. He hating like, man, it's crazy. He out here
Hater. He's got
and
the
then he
hater
just be like,
Hear
he
these
just
voices
gave the
in my
whole
head.
show. The whole
Makes me
show
wanna
some
hate.
love. Gave the whole show some love. Then what happened? He said, hate. Well, you know what I'll say?
What?
Since you said how you feel about it, he said how he feel about it. I wasn't gonna say how I feel about it. But man, this might be the best episode that they've had so far. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna leave you without answers. I'm gonna tell
I had
you why.
so many questions. I thought you were going to leave it at that.
Yeah, you know what? I was, but you know what I said? You know what? They need to know. See, we get a lot of filler episodes with this show, pardon me, because that's what the comic book is. Comic book is a bunch of filler stories because the real story is the Viltrumites and the universe itself.
Yeah.
So with that being said, without trying to spoil nothing, this storyline, this is as good as the show gets. So don't watch no more of the show. No, I'm joking.
Stop watching now.
It's all downhill from here. No, but I mean, they did a great job of portraying this basically exactly panel for panel what happens in the comic book when we're talking about the ending, basically the ending of this this series. This was a comic book.
Yeah,
this was one little issue. Like, this should not be called episode 6.
Yeah.
This should be called issue 6.
Yeah,
because it was really that. I liked how they handled it, and like you said, the elaboration on the story was really dope. I like how they must have decided that they were going to do that storyline way back in season 1 and do it that way, because the way that they attached him trying to save their lives and we seeing that in season 1 and their body parts all flying all over the place because he at that point didn't know how to really save people without hurting them with his powers.
Yeah,
it was like crazy dope how they tied that back in, like bringing that all full circle to then get this character who is a phenomenally important part of Mark's growth.
Yeah.
And
it's funny because like, you know, I made that video of like top 10 craziest Invincible comic moments.
It's on there.
I tried to like avoid like crazy spoilery moments, like, you know, the main characters who died and stuff like that. And I just basically used a lot of the moments that I didn't think were really going to end up. A lot of the moments I didn't think they were going to end up in the show. Like this, I thought that they were probably going to skip it because it doesn't follow the Viltrumite story. And you kind of could tell a story without this, but yeah, to your point, I think that it's such a great moment in character development for Mark, and just like how fucking sad this moment is for him. And I think his new costume also, just like having the more muted colors,
blue,
it's like thematically,
it's not easy,
shows that how it's a dark. I'm so blue. But yeah, I just feel like it's just it just more hammers home just how shit of a time Mark is having this season, and the next 2 episodes, it's not going to get any better for him. I'm going to tell you that right now. But Nine, what did you think of?
Yeah, that is crazy, right? Bringing all this up, so I'm going to throw it to Nine. I just feel like bringing all of this stuff, comic book stuff, up timeline wise, it's crazy. I'm not mad at it, but getting to the meat and potatoes quick, like fast in a hurry. But yeah, Nine, how did you feel about whatever Alex was about to say?
I was gonna ask you how you felt about Aaron Paul's voice performance in this, because you know we heard him do some voice acting like BoJack Horseman, and all I could think of is like when I was watching this, is he must have gotten cast off the moment from Breaking Bad where he's like, he can't keep getting away with this.
Seriously, that's basically
Is it weird when I hear his voice? I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I could feel that too. Like, I don't think he's like the most amazing voice actor, and it is kind of.
Oh, I was talking about in general.
Just in general. Okay.
Like when
I don't know about that.
I saw him at that. Remember we saw him at the thing?
And
I was like, man, let's get out of here.
Damn, he clears the room.
He's like a nice guy.
This guy's
clears the room with your voice, huh?
He has a very cartoony voice.
Yes,
like even like on Breaking Bad, there sometimes it's like, man, were you on Mighty Max?
Every time,
were you with the Transformers?
Dog, exactly, dude. Every time that motherfucker spoke on, like shout out to everybody who could watch Breaking Bad. I couldn't watch it like that because that nigga Jesse get on my nerves, dog.
Love Jesse.
I would have murdered him if it was me writing the show. I'd murdered him.
I loved him as a character.
10.
Week 10 was like supposed to be a thing.
Yeah, he was supposed to not be in the show that long, but
I don't care. Dead. Remember how they did that? They did that with Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, with Opie. Yeah.
With Opie, he was supposed to die in like episode 3. Well, they waited till like 2 more seasons, but he got his, and that's what they should have did to Jesse.
He got his.
He got his ticket up out of there. Goddamn it! The fucking director, the writer was like, "God damn it! I said that Opie is going to fucking die, so Opie will die."
But let's talk about Scott a little bit. Having
Scotty
witnessed,
doesn't know.
He does not know. He has no idea. Having witnessed his sister and niece's death during Mark and Nolan's fight in Chicago, GDA scientist Scott Duvall steals advanced biocapacitors to augment his ability to convert kinetic energy into electrical power and publicly challenges Mark. And I thought this was interesting because, like, you know, like we have a couple of moments where he tries to call out Mark, but it doesn't work out.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Mark is like he's hanging out with friends. He feels like it's going to be his day off. He's not trying to interrupt that or Another situation where Eve takes over, eventually
No, not a woman.
captures, not a woman, eventually captures Scott and takes him to jail. But he ends up breaking out. What did you?
That's how we suck the red pills in, and then they unsubscribe like 3 weeks later.
Do
Like,
not say
wait a minute.
suck the red pills in ever again in my presence.
No, but then they get mad like 3 weeks later. That's why we lose the subscribers. They be like, I like these guys. They're machismo. And then, man, these motherfuckers like women. This is weird.
Sucks. Scott escapes and returns to Becky, his wife, and she suggests he stages her and Jack's kidnapping and use them as bait. Mark attempts to talk Scott down, but Scott accidentally kills his family while fighting Mark.
Now what I want to say...
this? Oh, sorry.
Before you play this, I want to say, isn't it crazy how they are hateful? They really hate women, Alex. See, we ain't going to talk about you for a little bit. Because they really hate women. In the comic book, it ain't her who's like, yo, this shit ain't over, nigga.
In the comic book, yeah.
She's not the one who like, yo, nigga, you gotta fucking go out there and keep doing it. Like, cause he came back home and he was like, I'm out. And she was like, no. This shit ain't over, nigga. Like, she came back like Ice Cube with no Vaseline. That was different. That was small part was different. I'm not saying she wasn't like an aggressor. I'm just saying like they changed a few things about his character.
Yeah, for sure.
That I think for the better.
I think that even in the comics, let me know in the comments if you know for sure. But when I read it, I don't believe he had naturally had these kinetic energy powers. I think he had to steal the suit, or he created the suit and did that because I don't think he even worked at the Pentagon.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I think that's all new for
all this
for
is
the
bullshit.
TV show.
Basically.
But no, it makes sense that like he'd be working at the Pentagon. That's how we get like this technology. He doesn't just like create it. I guess like it's a comic book TV show. You could suspend your disbelief and
it makes way more sense that he works there.
Yeah,
I like that.
Oh yeah, and I love that he was a soup kind of, and I love that they jailed him up. And these things the discs won't come off because in the comics they came off. So like I just because they were a part of the suit, not embedded into his skin. So
right.
I'm very interested to see that they're gonna bring this guy back. And I think maybe he might be important down the line if there was some type of battle that involved like a whole bunch of overmatching situations where they don't have enough to match up and they need him out there.
That's very
what I'm saying?
Interesting that you would say that.
Yeah.
And before, actually,
maybe they plan on doing something like that. I don't know.
I do want to talk about that, but I'm going to play this clip real quick from that just like devastating scene that we were just talking about.
You're going to get them killed. You're the one who kills innocent people. I'm just making sure you can't ever do it again. Are you okay? Did he hurt you? What the hell?
You're a monster!
Maybe it was quick enough, but I might have to blur that out if if they give us too much shit.
I mean, it's not too bad, but like in the context of the episode, it's just like, oh shit. And the funny thing is about the episode is that I was waiting for that to happen like the whole time, like for him to accidentally kill somebody. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it's about to happen when I realized that they're staging this thing, which is like the dumbest, it's the worst idea. It's the worst idea because one, you could just film the video and then tell them to get the fuck on, and Mark would still come. I know he would. So y'all don't even.
Yeah, they didn't need to be there
tied up like that.
Yeah, they didn't need to be there when he got there.
Yeah,
but they were. She was committed to the role.
Yeah, she was
She's
committed.
like,
to
look,
the
I
bit.
do my own
Method acting
stunts.
right there.
I do my own stunts. You know, I
And I
don't
was,
mess
I was
around.
actually fine. I was actually fine with her biting the bullet, but the baby, I was like,
No,
oh,
the baby needs to go to, man. Baby needs to go to. Clearly, mental illness runs in their family. Man. It's bad. Man.
No, yeah, it really, it really sucks
This
because
man
like
got a
you
family,
see,
dog. I'm sorry, man. It just is stupid. This nigga got a family, cuz.
yeah,
You got more to fight for. Like, you lose loved ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should want to be there for the people who, you know, you ain't that ain't got
Both of
nobody
them.
no more. Yeah.
yeah,
both
You
of
want to
them
be
should
there
be
to
like
help
that.
push the shit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But this nigga out here trying to commit suicide, basically. He's trying to unalive himself. Remember, he jumped off to test the suit. We had his wife hit him with a sledgehammer in the chest, in the head, whooped up all his ass, all upside his head with a sledgehammer. Then this nigga jumps off of a goddamn building. Alex, if I hit you in the head with a sledgehammer, you're gonna die. And if he's thinking, hey man, because like, what if it don't work? That's the thing. Like, things don't work sometimes. This is the test run.
Tragically,
This nigga didn't bump into a wall, which he later does to get like hyped up later in the show. Like,
what if he just like rubbed his butt on the wall
friction,
for like 3 hours?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna do this for 3 hours. This is gonna
just
be the
do
same
this. Do this for about 4.5 hours. Rub your hands. They like you be doing like this.
Play grinding on your laps.
Yeah, you doing stuff like this out. Like acting like you just got your perm out, like your perm coming out, just tapping your head. Ooh, girl,
Get
let
a
me
whole
tell you
goddamn
something.
spirit bomb off one
man.
perm.
Come on, man. All that other bullshit that wasn't necessary. He was trying to unalive himself. You know?
Did y'all?
And it's funny.
Did y'all
feel like it? I'm looking at it now, and it does look like that's the one chick from Breaking Bad too. They should have got her to do the role.
Oh yeah, right. It does look like Jessica Jones.
I feel like I feel like that would have been awesome. They should have got her to do the role.
That would have been a great
She's not
reunion.
doing nothing
Actually.
right now. I think she's under wraps by Disney. and also Black dude doesn't do his show no more. Luke Cage. I think they're being
Could be
under. You know, what do they call it?
On retainer.
Contract?
No, they won't let them do other shit, but they get paid.
I can't
remember what they call it yet. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but that would have been cool if they brought Kristen Ritter back. Apparently, they have offered Bryan Cranston numerous roles, and he's declined them all. But yeah, this was this character is pretty tragic because, you know, like obviously he is very upset with Invincible for killing someone, having this collateral damage from his superpowers, and now he's killed his fucking family, the people he cares about the most, using from collateral damage of using his superpower. So he's like basically he's very much become the person he hates. Like we see this a lot in comic books. With, like, we see this a lot in comic books where villains are like a product of like some collateral damage of the superheroes.
Right.
But this is just like a really tragic version of that. Thea said in the chat, I just know they were into some freaky shit in the bedroom. Hit me harder than neighbors. What the fuck?
Dead ass. The baby in there crying. Like, whoa, daddy.
Yeah.
And you know, he almost killed the baby right here. So it's like foreshadowing, you know, like that he gonna kill this baby. He gonna kill the baby. And see, that's crazy, dog. Like, you don't know that's gonna work. So yeah, he was doing his thing, trying to commit non-alivism.
Yeah,
it's so sad that YouTube make you have to come up with words to say serious fucking topics so your video don't get like hit with a disclaimer or something.
Yeah, and this is some serious shit we talk about here.
Well, I mean, you can't talk about serious situations. Like I can't say I gotta say unalived.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta say PDF file.
And
gotta say great.
Is what it is. But I want to talk about like one of the other pretty big plot points in this episode. Rudy creates a little invention for Monster
Does he
Girl.
now?
I'm just going to play this clip of this him presenting this invention to Monster Girl.
Okay. We're ready
Great. For what?
for you to transform.
What's that?
Lost time, I hope. It's an advanced genomic engine, actually. Miniaturized, hardened, and built around a fusion battery core.
What does it do?
Put it on. The magic curse that is the source of your power has a bug in it. When you transform back to your human state, it rebuilds you with an incorrect temporal offset. This belt corrects that by making a digital copy of certain cells before you transform, then fools the curse into using that reference for your transformation back to human.
No de-aging.
Wait. Does that mean...
I thought maybe I'd need to fine-tune the... Oh,
Rudy,
yes.
thank you.
Cute.
They're gonna start fucking. This is gonna be gross.
They start fucking. It was gross.
Shout out to everybody who is watching right now. We got mad people in the chat, but look, this is what I want to say. It ain't enough likes, man. Y'all over here watching mad long time, man. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get these numbers up. Let's get Nerds at Night going. Let's get Drunk Banthas going. This is your favorite night show in the world, okay? The best is it number one? No, it is the best.
Actually, yeah, I read that in the science book that it is.
Yeah, it's the number one late night show in the world. So make sure, because some people don't get the world. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you go ahead and smash that like button, like Monster Girl smashed this belt button. Like shit, I'm gonna be turning into Monster Girl without turning into a baby. This is amazing. This is an amazing situation.
It's great times.
How did you feel like? Because she told him to quit fucking with her age,
right?
Like a few episodes ago or last season. Last season, excuse me. So like, yeah, how did you feel about this? Know it all, nigga.
No, I
know it all. I know all of the comic. The comic, I know it. I seen this. So what did you think, Nick?
I thought it was really great. I love the character of Monster Girl, and I really like that character of Robot. Just like the weird implications of his origin and how he's come to be. But Monster Girl is a really cool character, and just like the relationship where it ends up going forward. This is a cool cornerstone in their relationship where he's able to basically cure her. Where this crazy fucking curse that she got hexed with, years ago by this crazy witch. I hope that they have remember where they had the Adam and Eve episode in between seasons?
Yeah, they need to do more of those with the characters. It doesn't have to be, it could be 2-3 episodes. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of series, and that way, they can take their time with it.
Yeah, I would love to see something like that.
Well, it's like an issue.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they should start calling those issues instead of episodes.
Yeah, and like they did like the they had a prequel issue for Cecil in the comics, and they just kind of integrated that.
They did that.
Season,
yeah, I forgot.
Which is cool. But I would have also liked it.
Like it's a lot of foreshadowing going on here. Can we say that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, a lot of foreshadowing going on in this whole series that we really haven't talked on. But we really should touch on it when these things come back next.
Absolutely.
Because there's like I want to say, you remember what I base a good show on, like a good television show? What is it?
Good writing? I don't know.
No, but to a certain degree, but it's an element of writing that has to be there, and that's amazing foreshadowing. You cannot be a great show, one of the greatest shows of all time, without foreshadowing. And it has to be subtle to a degree that is not like throwing it in your face, like this nigga's gonna die,
right?
Like
Yeah, like one of the things that Blake.
No one dies on this show.
Shout outs to Blake Moneyweather. One of the things he always says, like in his breakdowns, his mystery movies, it's fun when like the mystery is hard to it's hard to solve, but it's still solvable. Like you feel in that way, it gives it a lot of rewatchability. Like you watch it and you're just like, oh, I didn't even see that coming. But then your second time rewatching it's like, oh, I can see all of the clues that they were giving.
Right.
Yeah. Make sure y'all go and check out B Money's videos over on Nerds at Night. You got the Scream videos. Make sure you go check them out. All of them that say Scream, all him.
I scream.
I'm gonna start calling him
B
Money. Remember B Money from Birmingham, the radio station 95.7 Jam?
Oh yeah,
B Money. He sound like
regional.
this. How you get a job on the radio? You sound like this.
That is a regional reference right there. You have to be.
Saying, you can Google it. Nothing's regional no more, baby. You can Google it. We're the best show in the world, not fucking California, not America. World, Alex.
But let's talk about the ending of this episode because this has some implications. Like Mark is obviously dealing with.
Okay, go ahead. But I do want to come back to the Mark's mom. But go ahead.
Okay.
Before we end, I want to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like we did get some cute stuff with the parents, not parents, but anyway, we see that Mark is feeling a certain way after his very rough day, but then we see he's being spied on by these little probes that we've been seeing all season. Here, let me just play this clip real quick.
This will do.
Yo.
Don't understand this dude, but whatever. Go ahead.
No, I'm just
saying. No, that was trippy, dude, that it went off and then that was there. That was actually that kind of fucked us up for a second.
I'm trying to read your movements.
I am so excited about what could possibly happen next with
Pantheon.
This. Like, extra. We obviously get our full reveal. well, yeah,
you know what?
I'm speaking in hyperbole.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you cook on that one because we might not get a follow-up on that scene for 2-3 more episodes. Who knows? It might not follow up on that till the end of this season or till the beginning of next season.
Yeah,
you know out there. This is 10 episodes. So
no, it's actually only 8.
What?
We only got 2 more.
No, this is what?
Yeah, only 8 episodes this season. So who knows?
I will slap somebody.
But to your point, like,
I'm tired
they could
of this point.
End it.
I gotta get a fucking t-shirt that says "To your point."
To your point.
You and Nine say that shit all the time. I love it.
But yeah, like to your point, I honestly forgot what I was about to say. But Nine, what did you think about just like the implications of all these fucking Invincibles?
Exactly what Mark with the mustache just looks wrong. Looks like Vegeta from GT. Yeah. That's a straight up cop Mark, even though he's pretty much been a cop this whole season so far. But yeah, I mean, I'm more concerned about this guy because I don't really understand him, really. I know that he went crazy or whatever, but like, how has he gathered these Invincibles? I'm not there in the comics yet, but
do we spoil?
I can like you. Well, we already saw earlier on in, I think it was in season 2, where we get like a lot of examples of Angstrom's powers.
Perfect
and he can
example.
Obviously, travel through different universes. And we've seen that in pretty much every other universe. He's basically Kang meets Rick Sanchez.
Right.
meets that asshole guy you know at work who always complains about how the world had done him wrong.
Well, I was gonna say Tony Stark, but close.
Oh yeah, also that.
Very close.
But we already see that, but then we also see that pretty much in every other universe, Mark is a asshole.
Mark is a Mark ass bitch.
So I don't think it's going to be that hard to collect a bunch of.
Apparently, he's the only Invincible throughout the entire galaxy who decided, I like Earthlings.
So that's the thing. Let me explain why I'm confused. He hates Invincible, but all of these other Invincibles seem like they're evil, and they don't fuck with the good Invincible.
Yeah.
So, like, why is he okay with teaming up with them? I know he went crazy and he blames Mark for like his whole accident, but why is it that he's okay with teaming up with any Invincible? Why wouldn't
being that I haven't read this
Battle Beast or whatever,
Being that I haven't read this part of the comic book, I will venture out to assume that they are evil and he is evil. So he is able to relate to them on a level like, imagine finding out that there's a bunch of different ones of you, and we're all basically like, we're a little different, but we basically like the same. Like, we gonna be homies, right? But then we find out there's this one motherfucker who just ain't with the program, right?
Right.
Like you said, you brought up Rick Sanchez earlier. And what if it's like one of those situations like he's the Rickest Rick?
Yeah.
And they just don't want him to fucking exist, you know what I'm saying? Like, to a certain degree. Like, but it would, even if they don't have angst towards him, Angstrom can coerce them, because they wouldn't be able to kill Angstrom. Like, he just already cracked his head open, and he just coming back from the Disney.
And they haven't explained why he came back from the dead. I'm
that's
sure
how we know that
that's
him, though. That's how we know that it's him.
Yeah.
His head split in half. He has this big ass scar. It's definitely Kang Prime.
Yeah, it's the Angstrom that we know and love. They got his head split open like a watermelon.
Ophelia said somebody needs to tell Mark and Eve about the prison industrial complex immediately. That's also another problem that I had. Like, Mark is like, no, you belong in prison. But like, Mark, have you like considered like that prison definitely does not work for these guys at all?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want some type of
Well, he don't work for Cecil no more, and Cecil
he works for prison.
Well, no, my point was he's keeping people from breaking out or breaking in. That's his thing with the prison. Yeah. But like, he doesn't work for Cecil anymore, so just saying, I'm gonna take you. You're going to prison. I'm taking you. Yeah, that actually he doesn't have the authority to do anymore. He doesn't have the authority to do that shit anymore.
And he also, he's a 19-year-old who doesn't know what the Declaration of Independence is.
He's a 19-year-old. He's a 19-year-old. He's a 19-year-old whose mom is a real estate agent, a pretty successful one, and he didn't know how much rent costs.
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Right, yeah,
nigga, look it up, nigga.
Yeah. He's very, very smart, but
to be fair.
He's still a big old dum-dum.
He needs to fly around. Look, check the comps, my guy.
Lord,
also, you don't need money. Just give him some off the top every once in a while.
Dude is fucking. He don't even know how to get a real job. Well, no, he had a job.
Yeah, he worked at Burger Mart.
He did.
Yeah. Get your BMs. Hot in the morning.
Let me tell you something.
Your baby mama.
Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I feel like I gotta go. I feel like I just ate at Burger Mart.
Yeah,
I ain't lying.
Get them hot BMs in the morning. Yeah, that's first thing I think about.
Do that either. Once Paul broke out, he sucks at it. He does suck at his job too.
Yeah, he does suck at his job.
First contract. He needs to apply to some museums and get some culture. Seriously, you are embarrassing the culture. Can we just look at some of these Invincibles?
Yeah, there's some pretty rad costumes. My personal favorite is yellow and black with the cape in the middle here.
That one is raw.
That shit is clean.
And I do like the Viltrumite mark without the mustache.
Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, that guy seems dangerous.
Ooh, brother.
Mohawk. That guy seems like he's fucking crazy. Like he's the weirdest bunch. He's gonna do some weird kills you. I like this one too, like the one with the cloth mask down to the bottom right and the blue.
Yeah, I feel like he's got a what's that chick from Mortal Kombat? Craziest grill.
And like the
katana.
There was also a character in the comic books who's like I think he was in the Thunderbolts actually, who had a mask like this. I can't remember his name because I only read one issue because it was just all I love the art, but the comic book fucking sucks. But yeah,
this guy's forehead is crazy right here. I don't know what's going on with this costume design.
His forehead?
Yeah, his forehead is weird.
I don't like the design of his. I feel like that's a paint mistake, right? Like it's supposed to be colored in.
I don't know. He just comes from a universe where people's foreheads are weird.
Whose forehead?
This guy in the middle here. Yeah, like his.
I don't think his head's weird. I think it's because the mask, the suit itself. It looks.
What's his hair like under there? He's got a.
I thought it was gray hair, but yeah, it's gotta be like a part of the suit that has like fades on it. Yeah. Like his Nike Air swooshes hair. Yeah, he just Nike Air swooshes hair out.
Yeah, got himself a nice buzz fade. I do like the guy with the jacket in the background. He looks like he has like a Cyclops jacket.
Oh, this guy right here.
Yeah, it's a very uncanny X-Men jacket. I dig
then
that.
There's just like an Omni-Man. Invincible.
Yeah, he straight up just took up the Omni-Man mantle. Yeah, a lot of cool designs. But yeah, black and yellow. Yeah,
he's definitely winning. He's him for sure.
So like what's crazy is like our main character is in some fucking shit. One of these girls beat the dog dick out of him. And literally, dog dick, she gonna steal his semen and fuck him and shit. I'm gonna fuck you. That's what she said last time she saw him.
Oh yeah.
She's like, no, look, you're supposed to be procreating. I came here to fuck you and kill all these people. Look, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a few months, but I'm gonna come back. And I'm not gonna be playing around next time. That's basically what she said.
She did say
She said, I'm bringing somebody way stronger than me, and I'm coming for you, boy. She said, now listen to me now.
It is.
I like you. And I want you. Now we can do this the easy way. Or we can do this the hard way.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who said that?
The lady,
Anessa,
the Viltrumite girl.
She said that you need to be procreating.
Yeah, that's what she said. But when she came down there, and what's his name said it? Omni-Man. He said we're supposed to procreate. That's why he said, but you can only choose worthy. Oh
yeah. Come downstairs.
What you call it?
Species. You can only find worthy species because their species is dying off. The Viltrumites are dying off, so that's what they're supposed to do. That's why she comes to Earth. She comes to Earth to take Mark. He's supposed to come with her, and she like, no, nigga, you coming with me because we got to make these babies. And he was like, bitch, I don't know you. Fight.
I think that might be in the comics because I do not remember that in the.
No, that just happened. That was like beginning of season 2, end of season 1.
I honestly
season 2 is when we first see Anessa, and I do not remember any of that.
Yes, that happened. Yep, it happened.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot that's gonna unfold over the next couple of episodes. I think we might be done with the fillery episodes.
There's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah, 2 episodes and what should have been 10. Like, but that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know what if I'm not gonna ask y'all what y'all think because y'all don't really be on the interested on the business side as much. But like, I don't know if this stays on Amazon going forward. 8 episodes seems like a budget issue, and meaning not that they don't have it. We know that. I'm just saying that means that we know because we know Amazon got it. But that means that they just straight up didn't want to pay more. You know what I'm saying? There's certain studios where you go, well, Paramount don't really got, they ain't really had nothing big in a minute. So yeah, I can understand why but when you're talking about Amazon, they're choosing not to spend money when it comes down to that. But yeah, I mean, they did spend, I don't know if it will be on there again.
Yeah, that Lord of the Rings show, like the most expensive TV show of all time or whatever, and people are just kind of like about it. But people love this show.
You could see that giving them some cause to pause, though, right? Like, oh man, we spent $250 million on Lord of the Rings. Let's pull back on these other properties because what if people don't like them too, and then we're asked out? But then
we got a new Lord of the Rings season that's definitely coming out, which is very surprising. I did not know that was going to happen.
They're not going to give up on it, Alex. They're going to finish that shit until they finish telling the story.
But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they would definitely be missing out on a huge opportunity if they decided not to pick this up for another season. Like these last 2 seasons got picked up at the same time. So hopefully we get another season of Invincible. From where I can tell, and I'm not mad at it ending like with this episode count, because I feel like the next couple of episodes, like where I'm sure that they're going to land around chronologically where we are in the comic books, I feel like it's a good place to put a pin in the story and let the audience marinate and just like sort of react to what's happened until our next season. Like I feel like the cliffhanger that's building up is going to be a huge one, and it honestly could end in like 2 or 3 different places from where I remember reading the comics. But no matter what, is going to be a huge cliffhanger that's going to rock people's faces off.
Back on your point about the business side of things, I don't see them dropping the show because this is like consistently the number 1 thing when it's on Amazon Prime. So I don't see them dropping it. I just think that they're more incentivized by cutting cost and having it being number 1 than they are with dropping more money into it than having it still be number 1.
Well, it's
they're already being rewarded.
My thing is, it's still the property of the ownership group, so it could go anywhere else. It doesn't have to, because if they decide, well, we don't want to re-up with you, Amazon, because you guys are burying our show and we feel like we can do better. Because any animation issues that you're having, it's going to be coming from the budget. That's not, because the story is basically already written. They're just weaving it in for television's sake.
I just think that before they let that happen, I think Amazon is just going to cut the check rather than let it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just saying, look, I just wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't on Amazon in season 4 or 5.
Where do you think it would, where would you want to see?
I mean, it would go to Netflix. It would go to Netflix. It is not even a question.
I wouldn't be mad at that. And we've seen other image properties be produced by Netflix,
and they got all the A&E shit right now.
Yeah, and honestly,
and that's where all the Walking Dead shit is at.
Right, or AMC.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, and I it's funny, we've been rewatching Venture Brothers. We all it's very funny. we've been rewatching Venture Brothers, and it's always interesting watching the progression of the animation and just like how the animation got so much better from season to season. And man, I haven't really seen that with this show. There are episodes where it looks better than other episodes, but I don't feel like the progression of the animation has happened season to season. So maybe, switching studios would be like the kick it needs to just like push it a little bit further in the animation department. And
kick in the ass you need.
And hopefully they're saving their best for last, and these last 2 episodes are going to be really spectacular.
My body is like the same as the body in the thing. Look, my body.
You're just like the feet.
And I'm like, ugh. Yeah, look, your body is like your body's weird, and then Nine's body's weird too. We all look like Hank Hill's dad.
Will you guys have any like final thoughts on this episode before we?
Well, I was just going to ask how y'all feel about the family here. Yeah, like, what do you feel like this what do you call it? This
real estate agent.
Yeah, but what do y'all feel about this setup here? Like, I can't remember what I'm trying to say, but
like Norman Rockwell painting.
No, but like the setup of how this family is dynamic is being set up here.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was looking for. The word dynamic. Fucking god damn it.
I really like it. I really like how they're establishing like, him as like this guy who's, getting to know the family. He's obviously Paul. I forgot what his name is. Thank you. He was, he obviously has a good rapport with the rest of the family. And Eve is also, becoming a member of the family too, just because of how close she is with Mark, and they're becoming adults together. Him getting to know Oliver, like it's all really cool. Like I really enjoyed these scenes. Why are you saying Lisa like
Paul?
Oh yeah, Atreides.
Why are you being disrespectful? Why aren't you saying it?
What did you think of it?
I think that this is where people start not liking this show.
Really?
Yeah, I think these are the moments that people. No, yeah, I think that there's certain. Yeah, y'all are both equally surprised. I think that this is the part. These are the parts that people kind of go like, okay, like, boo, get to the shit. Like,
see, I think it really lended thematically into the episode. I don't like these parts when it just doesn't feel like it's connecting or hitting well with the themes of even the show. But this was great, especially with like his anecdote of like, oh, in the real estate business, this is how I do it. And like they're all laughing at him. I was like, no, he's actually kind of spitting, you dumbass kids, because they're trying to learn like their business acumen about like doing superhero stuff, getting their name out there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like a very successful real estate agent. It tracks of like what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah,
listen up. And then he's also going through this thing. It's like each one of these people could probably like, she could rip my fucking the air out of my nostrils. He could literally like, each of them can like literally just punch a hole through my chest or whatever.
Rip the air
out of my
nostrils. Rip the air.
Damn, girl.
I
think that's an LL Cool J line. I think
that's shit right there, boy.
I literally think that like it really went well with the themes of the show, because I'm trying to make my thesis right now. So when Powerplex is like a low level, basically a nobody powered super person or whatever, and he sees Invincible doing this shit, it takes away his agency as just like a regular person. And when Mark's mom is talking to Paul, Debbie is talking to Paul, and she goes, like our lives are still important. You don't have to be embarrassed about like sharing what we go through with them, because we're, it doesn't just because they're doing this stuff doesn't mean we're not important too. And I thought that was like a very big part of the episode all around.
Yeah.
So I actually really like this.
I feel you on that. I feel that, but much like I said on Andor with a little white dude, little pasty faced white little dude, young guy,
Cyril Kern, the most important character in Andor season 1.
See, and that's see the hype, see all of the sarcasm blazed all over that shit that he just said. Let me tell you why. It's because there was nothing important about that motherfucker all the way into the last episode, and that's what I'm gonna say about this situation. Like,
I love this character.
If there's nothing that's going to happen towards that, you know what I'm saying, then I don't want to really be seeing this. Like, if this isn't going somewhere,
right? Well, I think that like this whole episode is just like laden with just character. It's all just character development. We're like developing the relationship with the family, and we're developing just Mark's maturity and Eve's maturity. Like, this is all just everybody just leveling up in character. And it's gonna be just like sort of a slow build. And I feel like, you know, at least slow like build. When I was reading the comics, again, there's just like a lot of things I was just like really passing by real fast. Even this storyline, just trying to get to the next Viltrumite storyline. And I think just like looking back, it's like, oh, there were a lot of these little awful moments that happened in Mark's life that really developed who he is as a character.
Terrible.
Like, this is just like a great, just like probably the best archetype outside of, you know, Superman. For just like that Superman character and how
Superman ain't never gone through a quarter of the shit that Mark has gone through.
Oh, absolutely not. But I just like it shows how like you can take this person who's super powered and how does that development affect someone when they're like a teenager, and how do you work up to being the best superhero of all time, like because you have all these amazing powers. It's a beautiful story. I just feel like these little moments like this are going to be really great in retrospect. We're just like, man, Mark did that shit.
Marco.
Philmage said in the chats, you know what? I think Bill is right. Amazon is sinking this show because the Legend of the Vox Machina is incredibly animated and it has that progression each season. And, you know, I was thinking about Vox Machina when I was watching this episode, because I was like, it has a very similar style, but Vox Machina is like, it just looks way, way better for some reason.
I haven't watched Vox Machina yet, but the new season is out on Amazon, so I can check all that out.
I keep on mentioning Pantheon. I'm happy to see Athelius mention Pantheon. Very much animated in the same style.
I saw that on. Is that on Netflix?
That's on Netflix. Yes.
Yes.
Two seasons out now. I highly recommend that show.
I watched one anime. I watched one anime thing on my shit, and now on my Netflix account now all kind of anime shit.
What anime did you watch? Anime.
I watched an anime about, I can't remember the name of it. Shut up.
Jesus Christ. Y'all should have.
No, you're right. You actually are right. But the one that got it going, the reason that Terminator one popped up, it was because of that one that me and you watched where the dude was dead. Like, this kid, he was like getting picked on by these dudes, and then he ended up getting killed by trying to save this little kid. And because he tried to, I can't remember the name of it. But like he saved this kid, and because he saved the kid, he was a terrible person. And when he was alive, but because he saved the kid, they gave him an opportunity to like live as a good ghost. But then he was like, "No, fuck that! I want to get my body back," and that's like what the show is about. That like him trying to
archetype. So many anime. So
yeah, man, it was a
have
good
you guys watched
anime. That's what it was. No, I'm joking.
I have not watched that.
No, man. See, y'all be saying names of the shit, and it be sounding crazy. And really, like, if it sounds like something, like if it's like Dangadang, or if it says like Pop and Dop or Hop and Zap or Zip Piss and Piss or Sip and Zip. Nigga, we have not seen that one. But like, you know, Hunter X Hunter, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, we've not
heard of that one.
Heard of them, but never seen them. If it's got a regular title, we seen that.
No, you'll like it then.
I do want to play this clip of like it's just like a sort of a preview of the next episode before we get out of here. But it does seem like the animation is going to step itself up a little bit.
Don't you think China's a little old to be taking karate? You probably taking it with the little kids.
So like the action is going to get really dynamic in the next episode. So guys, check that out and let us know in the comments what you thought of this episode, where you think this season's going to go moving forward.
Can I do a closing thought?
Yeah, what are your closing thoughts on this
episode? Mark should have killed him at the end, bro.
Yo, you think so?
As soon as he was like, oh man, he accidentally killed his mom and his baby mama and his kid, I think he should have been like, it's over with, bro. Like, you got nothing. We can't even, it's done, bro. It's complete.
Why you pouring me? I'm right.
It's over with, bro. Like, you got nothing. I'm doing you a favor right now, bro. It's over.
It's over.
It's OV. You already got one under my belt. This one's for your own good. And he's got, well, he thinks he has Ancient Levy, and he's got the Immortal, which I guess he basically has zero then, because the Immortal really isn't dead. He's just
that thing that's officially self-defense, I think, with the Immortal, because he was going to kill him if he didn't.
Yeah, no.
What do you think? Do you think this is an opportunity for him to get his first true kill on the docket? Not docket. No.
Nah, man.
You think so?
Him. He needs to go.
No.
He needs to go.
Say, like, what are you asking me for? You don't think that either, because look at him.
He needs to go. Kill him.
No, like, and I don't think he wants to kill him. And like I said, man, I think he's going to be a part of something bigger, even though I'm pretty sure they didn't do that in the comics, right? Like, what? I think they're going to use him to do something bigger. They've already established that Cecil likes holding on to talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
might have to put it on lockdown for a couple weeks, months. But I'm gonna put his ass back out there to work.
And there are a few things that they haven't done in the comics that they would like. There's some things that they did do with Powerplex in the comics that they're not going to be able to do just for licensing reasons. And there are a lot of things that they haven't done up to this point. Like, you know, different characters that I guess they just don't have rights to that we haven't seen. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna handle his character in like the next couple seasons in general, because there's
everything that you said is the reason that I was like that I'm like weary about them staying on Amazon.
Yeah.
Everything that you said, you can't use all your properties, can't tell stories like you want to. Yeah, that could be frustrating as a creator.
Yeah, they need some fucking Marvel lawyers in there. Whoever got Black Panther, Spider-Man, and X-Men, they need to get that guy in here so they can buy fucking Spawn and Savage Dragon and give us some real shit going.
They need to come up in here and give us the YouTube login so we can rent some movies.
Filmage says no, yous can't leave. He also said, we already read that part. Unfortunately we got to get out of here.
We can't get out of here before I do this.
Oh, what's the clip?
Oh yeah, I gotta play this clip.
That's right. We didn't have the more you know moment.
We didn't have one. Yeah. You stupid
we were not
bastards.
Very insightful.
Nobody had anything smart to say for fucking 2 hours. 2 fucking hours.
No books, beers, and purrs, and no books, beers, and purrs.
That's not good enough.
I don't know.
What'd you say about Gerson Purrs?
She usually is here to drop some knowledge and help us with some knowledge.
Yeah, she's usually the one to crack an egg of knowledge. And unfortunately, we're a little on smart people tonight.
Well, yeah,
but Bill, do you have any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Closing thoughts. Can't wait for the next 2 episodes. Saw the thumbnails for both. They look crazy.
I feel like the last time I looked at them, they look pretty vague enough to where
it was vague as fuck the last few of them, but this one was woo. This one was kind of giving away some shit.
Okay,
spoils.
I don't want to go look at the thumbnails now.
Yeah, shut your face. Don't do it. You told me you don't like trailers. Now you like trailers.
Well, now I already know what's going to happen. So. I already know what's going to happen, so I feel comfortable looking at it. But before we get out of here, 9, you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
Not at the Drunkies. Sorry I missed that.
Yeah, did you talk about the Drunkies?
No, I did not because. We'll talk about it off.
You can find me on 9 Nerd Yards on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Twitter, and Discord. We're all talking stuff. You can find me. My name is 9 Nerd Yards.
My name is 9. My name is 9. My name is 9. My name is 9. That's the song for 9.
It's a good song.
I think I might write it.
Rolls off right off the tongue.
I mean, I've already wrote it clearly, but I think I might sing it.
Yeah, it's like put some music behind it.
Record.
Get a nice ensemble. What about you, Bill? Where can the people find?
That's a good idea.
Where can the people find you on the internet?
Oh, Alex, you can find me somewhere rolling on dubs. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
It's like that moment where you try to open the door while your friend's trying to unlock it.
Jesus Christ, y'all over here. Sound like y'all
hit the unlock button. Stop trying to open it.
Y'all sound like the worst DJs ever trying to fucking catch up.
I was just about to press it. I'm so glad that I did.
Yeah. Y'all, you know what, y'all? You can find me every Thursday on the Bantha Bunch show, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8:15 p.m. Pacific time on Drunk Bantha's channel and on the NerdsAtNite channel. We go live on the Twitter channels with NerdsAtNite and 9 Nerd Yards. So go on over there. Go on over there and follow. We had a lot of retweets today, so shout out to y'all. And yeah, the Drunkies will be up eventually.
Eventually. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. But don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates on new videos. Check us out on check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little outies, and may the force be with you.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.